Hello, first graders, and welcome back to our classroom. We are now working in our textbook on chapter 11, and it's all about comparing. I want you to open up your textbook to page 13, and you will see the opening chapter on comparing. So we're going to learn how to compare numbers or items, numbers of things. For instance, in this picture right here, we're going to compare how many more fish there are than ducks and how many more dragonflies there are than crawfish. Or are there fewer fish or butterflies? So we're going to learn some new words and new terms as well in this chapter. Now, let's look at this. In order for us to see how many more fish there are than ducks, what's the first thing we have to do? Yeah, we have to count them. We have to count how many fish there are and how many ducks there are, and then we do the comparison. So let's see if we can count how many fish there are in our picture. Well, all the fish are in the pond, which makes it easy. Let's count together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 fish in the pond. I'm going to write that right next to the word fish up here. So then I'll know how many fish I have. Now let's look at the ducks. The ducks are inside the pond and they're outside the pond, so we're going to have to be careful how we count them. Let's count them together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 ducks. Now let's look at the dragonflies and the crawfish, okay? Because if we want to compare them as well, we have to know how many there are of each. I like the dragonflies the best. Let's see if we can count the dragonflies together. I think they're all blue because these are butterflies. So we're going to count the dragonflies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 dragonflies. I'm going to put it right above the word dragonflies. But I'm going to count again because that was kind of tricky and I don't want to miss any. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 dragonflies. Crawfish. Now for those of you who may not know what a crawfish is, this is a crawfish, okay? And we have some out of the water and we have some in the water. So we're going to have to be careful how we count them. Let's count together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to put that right above the word crawfish. But let's count them again because those crawfish, they're kind of tricky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9 crawfish. Mrs. Marshall made a mistake. I better count a third time just to make sure, okay? Let's count them again. I can cross them off this time and then you'll know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't see any more, so now I'm sure that my number is right. So let's see, how many more fish are there than ducks? Well, we have 6 fish and we have 5 ducks. Which one is the bigger number? The number of fish, isn't it? Fish is the bigger number. So we're going to take 6 and we're going to minus the number of ducks, and that's going to give us how many more fish there are than ducks. And that answer we know already because we know our facts is 6 minus 5 equals 1. So there's 1 more fish than there are ducks. What about dragonflies and crawfish? Are there more dragonflies or crawfish? When we ask, are there more of something, that means the bigger number, doesn't it? It means the larger sum of the 2 items that we're comparing. So if we have 7 dragonflies and 9 crawfish, which one is the bigger, the larger number? It's the crawfish, isn't it? So we have 9 crawfish, 7 dragonflies. Are there more dragonflies or crawfish? There's more crawfish. There's actually 9 minus 7. We know that is easily 2. There's actually 2 more crawfish than there are dragonflies. The last question on here is might be a new phrasing for you guys for how you talk about a math equation. Are there fewer fish or butterflies? Now, we haven't counted the butterflies yet, so we don't really know. We know that there are 6 fish, and we can count the butterflies in a minute, but I want you to think about this phrasing. Are there fewer? Fewer means less. It means smaller. Is there a smaller number of fish, or is the smaller number the number of butterflies? Well, we won't know that until we count, so let's count. Butterflies. Okay, there's one hidden right up here, right behind that little text box. So we have 1 butterfly there. 2, 3, 4. Are there any more? 5. Okay, I'm going to count again because I got tricked by the crawfish. I'm not going to get tricked by the butterflies. I'm going to cross them off this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 butterflies. Good. Boy, so this is kind of a close equation, isn't it? Are there fewer fish or fewer butterflies? Which number is the smaller? Which one is the lesser number of the 2? The butterflies, because 5 is smaller than 6, isn't it? So there are fewer butterflies than there are fish. And the equation is 6 minus 5 equals 1. This tells us there's 1 more fish than there are butterflies on our cover page.